Alrighty, so since Unity will be starting this month, or has already, I'm not 100% sure, I figured now would be the best time to talk about one of Valiant's greatest creations, Eric, or the Manowar. Alrighty, so Eric Dacia, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, or the X-O Manowar series, was first published in February of 1992 by former Marvel Comics editor-in-chief Jim Shooter, along with Bob Layton and John Hartz, with the new company that he had started called Valiant Comics, later being changed to Valiant Entertainment. The main idea behind this character was to bring in new stories, and they succeeded, and they were good stories as well. Less than a year after it began, with the Unity crossover and quality storytelling being brought to the attention of comic book readers, the prices dramatically drew in limited early print runs, which brought in, unfortunately, the speculators, yeah, I know, I hate them too, who bought multiple copies of each issue during the sales in the hopes that it would reach high prices, which it has. 800,000 copies for X-O Manowar issue 0, August 1993, were printed, and all of them sold in great numbers. The original series ran for 68 issues before being cancelled after the September 1996 issue, of which only approximately 14,000 were printed. Valiant wasn't the only one to do this, however. Image Comics also did this with a lot of their early books, which is why those issues are so hard to find now. In the same year, Acclaim Entertainment bought Valiant for $65 million and restarted the series under the Acclaim Comics banner. The publication of the second series ceased along with all of Acclaim's non-core business in 2002 due to Acclaim's financial difficulties in their video game division. Valiant would not publish any new issues of the X-O Manowar title or any of their other Valiant Universe titles until May 2012, where Valiant rebooted its universe with all new X-O Manowar, Shadow Man, Bloodshot, Harbinger, and many other titles, with similar stories to the originals, except for changing a couple things which were very minor. They left the original stories completely alone, which is where we kind of get into the character. Okay, so Eric Dacia, I believe that's how you pronounce it, or so I've been told, is actually a character based on a person that actually existed. Now, of course, this person wasn't actually abducted by aliens, or at least as far as the history books show, but this is where Valiant gets very interesting. You see, unlike most comic book companies like Marvel or DC, Valiant usually bases a fair bit of their universe off of actual events, along with using real-life science. For example, in the original X-O Manowar universe, Eric, along with several of his people, are kidnapped by an alien race called the Vine, which looks somewhat like this, and are taken to the Vine homeworld to be used as slaves. So right away we can already see that this alien race isn't quite on the up and up. After about 7 years, Eric is able to break out and take the X-O Manowar armor while defeating several of the Vine guards and making his way to Earth. He then finds out close to a couple thousand years have passed and he has arrived on Earth in what was then the current 1992 decade. So, yeah. Of course, with the new reboot, certain things have had to be changed. Now, Eric arrives on Earth in 2012, and unlike the original series, his wife was killed by, I believe it was either the Romans or the Vine. I honestly can't remember because I don't have the issue in front of me. Because of this, certain things are very different. He has now gotten revenge for the death and persecution of his people on the Vine, and has now settled a division in Earth, which pretty much brings us up to present day, which, as far as I've been made aware by the comics, was the original home for the Visigoths, and all history would point to that. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on with the Unity crossover, mainly because I don't work for Valiant. And with that being said, I'm not sure what Valiant exactly has in mind, but whatever it is they have in mind, it's definitely worth a look. I, for one, cannot name all the reasons why their series are good and why you should go pick them up. All I can tell you, or at least all that I have the time for, because these videos are only supposed to be 5 or 6 minutes, is that Valiant is a very good company to get involved with. And their books are phenomenal. In fact, even today, they're still one of the few companies, aside from Image Comics, that are making new stories. And I mean 100% new stories. Anyways, next time, well, next time we'll be doing something a little bit different.